In section 2, we have to write any 4 from 8 problems, and each question carries 4 marks.
Thirteenth problem, if x square plus y square is equals to 14xy, then prove that 2 log of x plus y is equals to 4 log 2 plus log x plus log y. So they have given this one and we have to show that 2 log x plus y is equals to 4 log 2 plus log x plus log y. So let us start the solution. First of all, let us write what is given. So given is x square plus y square is equals to 14xy. Here we are going to use one identity. So that identity is a plus b whole square. So we already know that a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Let us bring this 2ab to this side. So it will become a plus b whole square minus 2ab is equals to a square plus b square. In this, we are going to change the a with x and b with y. So we will get, in place of x square plus y square, we can write x square plus y square is equals to x plus y whole square minus 2xy. So in place of x square plus y square, we can write x plus y whole square minus 2xy. So x plus y whole square minus 2xy is equals to 14xy. When this minus 2xy goes to that side, it will become plus 2xy. So x plus y whole square is equals to 14xy plus 2xy. So x plus y whole square is equals to 16xy. The factors for 16 are 2 8s, 2 4s, 2 2s, 2 1s. So how many 2s are there? 4 2s. So 2 to the power of 4 is equals to 16. For 16, we will write 2 to the power of 4. So x plus y whole square is equals to 2 to the power of 4 into xy. Now we will apply log on both sides. So apply log on both sides. So log of x plus y whole square is equals to log 2 to the power of 4 xy. Here the identity which we are going to use is log, since log a to the power of n is equals to n. This n comes in front of log. So n log a. So 2 comes in front of log. So 2 log x plus y is equals to, next identity, as it is in log a b c. For log a b c, we will get log a plus log b plus log c. Since log a b c is equals to log a plus log b plus log c. So log 2 to the power of 4 plus log x plus log y. Next, 2 log x plus y is equals to, again this is in the form of log a to the power of n. As here n comes in front of log, so 4 comes in front of log. So 4 log 2 plus log x plus log y. This is what we have to prove. 2 log x plus y is equals to 4 log 2 plus log x plus log y. 14th problem, write all the subsets of A where A is equals to A comma B comma C. So there are 3 elements they have given in this set and we have to write all the subsets. So let us write in solution. given. So given set is A is equals to A, B, C. This is the given set. And we have to write its subsets. So how many number of subsets we can write? So let us see. We have to, first of all, we have to count the number of elements, that is 3. So 2 to the power of 3 is equals to 2 cube is 8. So 8 subsets we are going to get. So the first one will be the empty sets. So let us write subsets. First one will be empty set. Next, we have to write all the sets with single element, that is A. After A, B, C. Next, after completing the sets with single element, we have to write the sets with double element, that is AB. Next, BC. Next, CA. After writing the two elements, let us completely write the set which is given. A, B, C. So how many sets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 subsets is possible. 8 number of subsets are possible. 15th problem. Let A is equals to 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and B is equals to 1, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12. Find A union B and A intersection B with the help of Venn diagram. So let us write, first they have given two sets A and B. By using that, we have to find A union B and A intersection B. And we have to draw Venn diagrams also. So given sets are A is equals to 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and B is equals to 1, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12. So these are the two sets. Next we have to find A union B. A union B. We can directly draw the Venn diagram or else you can write the first find out the A union B. So what is A? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Union B. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12. For union, we have to write all the elements from both the sets. We have to write all the elements, those who are common or those who are not common, but we have to write in ascending order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Next, we will find out A intersection B. A is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Intersection 1, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12. Intersection means the elements which are common. So 6 is common in both the sets, 9 is common in both the sets and 10 is common in both the sets. So 6, 9, 10. This is the A intersection B. Now let us draw the Venn diagram for A union B. This is A and B. And we are finding A union B. Here we can write A union B is equals to this box. So what are the elements common? 6, 9, 10. For A, except this 6, 9, 10. The remaining elements are 2, 4, 7, 8. 7, 8. For B, the elements are 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 12. So this is the Venn diagram for union. For union, we don't need to shade any part. As it is union means that is including this A and this common part and B. Next, we will draw the Venn diagram for A intersection B. A intersection B is equals to, we have to shade this part. A intersection B will be same. So let us write this all elements here. 6, 9, 10, 6, 9, 10, 2, 4, 7, 8 and 1, 3, 5, 12. So just A intersection B part, that means this part. So this part is A intersection B. 16th problem, find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial p of x is equals to x square plus x minus 12 and verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. First we have to find the zeros, then next we have to verify the zeros relationship between zeros and coefficients. So let us start. Let us write what is a given polynomial. So given polynomial is p of x is equals to x square plus x minus 12. For finding the zeros, we have to take this p of x is equals to 0. So what is this p of x? X square plus x minus 12 is equals to 0. For finding the zeros, we have to multiply the first and the last term. So minus 12 into x square, that will be minus 12x square. And the middle term is x. Now we have to think about two such numbers. If we multiply those two, we should get this number minus 12x square, and if we subtract or add, we should get this bottom one. So the two numbers will be 4x and 3x. Now we have to decide the sign. So what is the sign of this x? It is plus. So that's why the plus goes to the bigger number and the minus goes to the smallest one. Now we have to write these two values in place of x. So x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 12 is equals to 0. So x will be common. So x plus 4 minus 3 will be common. X minus is common. That's why we will get plus 3 4s 12 is equals to 0. So x plus 4 will be common. So x plus 4 and x minus 3 is equals to 0. Now compare this with 0. So x plus 4 is equals to 0 and x minus 3 is equals to 0. 4 goes to that side, x is equals to minus 4. Minus 3 goes to that side, x is equals to 3. So these are the two zeros, minus 4 and 3. We can write these zeros as alpha is equals to minus 4 and beta is equals to 3. Next, for verification, we have to compare this polynomial with x square plus x minus 12 with ax square plus bx plus c. So here a is the coefficient of x square is 1, the coefficient of x is 1, so b is equals to 1, and the coefficient of c is minus 12, c is equals to minus 12. So we have got the values of alpha, beta and the coefficients. A is equals to 1, b is equals to 1 and c is equals to minus 12. So let us find out the relationship. So sum of the zeros is alpha plus beta. So that will be minus 4 plus 1. So minus 4 plus 3, that is minus 1. Next, sum of the zeros is minus b by a. So minus b is 1 by 1, that is minus 1. Both are equal. Next, product of the zeros alpha beta is equals to, alpha is minus 4 and beta is 3. Minus into plus, minus 4 3s are 12. Product of zeros is c by a. So what is c? Minus 12 by a is 1. So we will get minus 12. 17th problem, in triangle ABC, AD is perpendicular to BC and AD square is equals to BC into CD. Prove that triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. That means in triangle ABC, one of the angle is right angle, that is 90 degrees. Next, in solution, let us start. First of all, let us write what is given. So given is, in triangle ABC, AD is perpendicular to BC and AD square is equals to BC dot CD. So this is given. Next, what we have to prove? Required to prove is triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. Next, proof. In proof, we will consider two triangles. As it is here, it is right angle. So we will consider this triangle ADC and this ADB. So in triangle ADB, by using Pythagoras theorem, by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to opposite square plus adjacent square, or you can say opposite square plus adjacent square is equals to hypotenuse square. So that will be AB square is equals to AD square plus BD square. Next, again same we will get for triangle ADC. So in triangle ADC, we will write by following Pythagoras theorem, we will get AC square is equals to AD square plus CD square. So this is our first equation and second equation. Now we have to add these two. So on adding 1 and 2, we will get AB square plus AC square is equals to AD square plus BD square plus AD square plus CD square. So AB square plus AC square is equals to, how many AD squares are there? 2AD square plus BD square plus CD square. Again AB square plus AC square is equal to 2 AD square is BD CD. So BD into CD plus BD square plus CD square. So AB square plus AC square is equals to, as it is in the form A square plus B square plus 2AB, we will get A plus B whole square, BD plus CD whole square. So A plus B whole square, BD plus CD. So BD plus CD we will get AB square plus AC square is equals to BC square. We know that when there is a common point, that is A, that means the triangle is in this form: AB and AC. So AB square plus opposite square plus adjacent square will give us hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse. So here this one is right angled at B. So if one of the angle is 90 degrees, then we can say therefore triangle ABC is right angled triangle. Eighteenth problem, find the mean of the first 7 prime numbers. So we have to find the mean. So let us write. So the 7 prime numbers will be 7 prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. Next, for mean is equals to sum of the observations by number of the observations. So mean is equals to sum of the observations 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus 13 plus 17 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. 7 plus 13, so that is 20. 1 plus 7, 8. 1 plus 1, 2. So 11 plus 17 is 28 by 7. 28 plus 20, 48. 48 plus 10, 58 by 7. If we divide this, we will get 58 by 7. 7 8s are 56. 2 left, 0.0. 7 2s are 14. 6 left, 0.0. 7 8s are 56. So it goes on. So let us write 8.28 is the mean. 19th problem, find the mode of 19th problem, find the mode from the following data. So this is the class interval and frequency. We have to find the mode. For finding the mode, let us write the formula. Mode is equals to L plus F1 minus F0 by F1 minus F0 plus F1 minus F2 into H. L is the lower boundary of the modal class. So first of all, we have to find the modal class. The highest value or the maximum value is 12. So this is our modal class. So modal class is this one. Next, for finding the L, what we have to do? Here, as it is not continuous, it is here 9 and 10. So it is not continuous. To find out the L, we have to take these two values. 19 plus 20 divided by 2. So 19 plus 20 divided by 2. So L is equals to 39 by 2. We will get L is equals to 2 1s are 2. 2 9s are 18.5. So L is equals to 19.5. Next, this one is F1, F0 and F2. H is the class size. So the class size is 10. Now let us solve this. Mode is equals to L is 19.5 plus F1 12 minus F0 8 by F1 minus F0, that is 12 minus 8, plus F1 minus F2 12 minus 11 into H. H is 10. So 19.5 plus 4 by 4 plus 1 into 10. 19.5 plus 4 tens are 40 by 5. So 5 ones are 5, 8s are 40. So 19 plus 8, that is 27.5. So this is the mode. Problem number 20. A bag contains balls which are numbers from 1 to 60. A ball is drawn from the bag. The probability that it bears a 2-digit number multiples of 7. So we have to find the probability of getting a 2-digit number that should be a multiple of 7. So how many balls are there? There are total number of 60 balls are there. So let us write, given total number of balls is equals to 60. So multiples of 7, 2-digit, multiples of 7 are, so that will be like 2-digit means it is more than 10 and it is less than 60. So that will be multiple of 7 means 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28, 7 5s are 35, 7 6s are 42, 7 7s are 49, 7 8s are 56, 7 9s are 63. So it is more than 60. That's why we will stop it here. So how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 7. So therefore, probability formula is probability is equals to favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. So probability of getting a 2-digit number multiple of 7 is equals to favorable outcomes is 7 by total is 60. So 7 by 60.